Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss how to problems based on what? On finding roots of the quadratic equation, or how to solve and find out the value of x and all. Fine. By which method? By factorization method. Fine. We are going to solve. Now taking the first question. Also I have taken one important question also. This has come in the Cbse 2013 also. So we will solve these questions. So first question. X square plus 2 root 2x minus 6. Fine. So basically we know that this is in the form of what? X square plus bx plus c, where b is 2 root 2. Okay. Now basically you have to see the middle term and this coefficient, this constant term. Now when you multiply minus 6 with this coefficient, you will get how much? Minus 6, right? And when you add two numbers, you should get 2 root 2. This is a basic concept for factorization. I'll repeat once again. When you multiply coefficient of x, this is here, it is 1, and the constant term, you should get what? You will get this thing. You have to find that, multiply this thing and find out this thing, minus 6. Product is minus 6, and you have to find two such numbers so that you can replace this the middle term, right? Coefficient of x, you can replace such two numbers that you can addition in the form of addition way or subtraction way, so that you can replace it by this thing. I will show you. Fine. I'll take x square plus, I'll take 3 root 2x minus root 2x minus 6 equal to 0. See, I have replaced this term as this thing. Now when 3 root 2x minus, I'll do root 2x, I'll get 2 root 2x, because this is 1 root 2x. 3 minus 1 root 2, 3 root 2x minus 1 root 2x is nothing but what? 2 root 2x. So it is the same thing. When you multiply this two coefficient, 3 root 2x and minus 2 root 2, you will get what? You will get minus 6, right? 2 root 2 becomes 2 into 3, 6, minus sign is there, so minus 6. So when you multiply, you should get minus 6, and when you add, you should get this middle term. Fine. This is basic concept of what? Factorization. Now you have to just proceed. What you have to do? Just you have to find the common factor. Common means what? Anything is common or not. Here x is common, so take out x. This becomes x plus 3 root 2 here. And one more thing you have to remember, here also same thing comes, that you have to remember, 3 root 2. Fine. Now what about here? Here the root 2 will come. Why? Because I'll tell you one thing you have to remember, this 2 will be same. Fine. These two brackets will be same. If it is here 2 is there, here also 2 should come. Here x plus 3 root 2 is there, here also x plus 3 root 2 should come. And you have to this one you have to put, so that you will get this answer there. I'll show you. Minus root 2 into x is nothing but minus root 2x, and minus root 2 into 3 root 2 is nothing but what? Minus 6, right? We can say equal to what? 0, we can say. So this is the basic concept. Fine. So x, now you have to combine this thing, combine this is common, right? Now what you have to do? Product of two numbers is equal to 0. Then the individual number will be equal to 0. That means if product of two numbers are there equal to 0, that means individual number will be, that implies x minus root 2 will be equal to 0, and x plus 3 root 2 will be equal to 0. This is the thing you have to understand here. Fine. So when I keep it to equal to, when I keep this equation to equal to 0, what will I get here? I'll get here what? X equal to how much? Root 2, right? And one more thing is there here, this implies x equal to how much? Minus 3 root 2. Fine. So this is the solution. That means these are the roots. Two given roots. One is root 2 and one is minus 3 root 2. So this is a basic procedure you have to follow to find the solution or the roots of the quadratic equation using factorization method. Now we'll move on to the one most important question. It's bit lengthy question also. Fine. Now first thing you have to understand is that here this equation should be in the form of what? Quadratic form. Fine. It should be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So first you have to simplify. That means you have to take LCM and all. So we'll start now. Just multiply this thing, cross multiply. So x minus 1 plus 2 into x minus 2, I have just cross multiplied. Now x minus 2 into x minus 1 equal to what? 6 by x, right? LCM, just taking the LCM. Now what you have to do? Simplify this thing. So we'll get to x minus 1, this is what? X minus 1 plus 2x minus 4 by, you have to multiply this, you get x into x square, x into minus 1 minus x, minus 2 into this thing minus 2x, minus 2 into minus 1 plus 2 equal to 6 by x. Fine. Now next step is that you have to just simplify the numerator also. So x is there, these are like terms, so it will become 3x, x plus 2x, 3x, minus 1 minus 4, it's minus 5 by, this is x square, this will become what? Minus x minus 2x, so x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to what? 6 by x. This is the form. Now what you have to do? Now you have to take what? This thing towards the RHS side and this thing towards the LHS side. Just you have to cross multiply. Fine. This thing into this thing and this thing into this thing. Fine. Now when you cross multiply, you will get it as 3x square. You have to multiply x with this term. Fine. Minus 5x equal to 6x square. Correct, right? 6x square minus 18x plus 12, right? So when you multiply with this term with this thing, you will get this term. Fine. Now what else you have to do? Now combine the like terms. Suppose here, like here 3x square is there, here also 6x square term is there, so combine x square term, combine x term. So you have to combine. So shift this, or that side you shift, so this will become 3x square, 6x square minus 3x square is 3x square, then shift to this side, it will become plus, so minus 13x plus 12 equal to 0. Just I have shifted this 3x square that side and minus 5x that side, so this will become 0. Okay, that is here. Now 6x square minus 3x square is 3x square, and minus 18x plus that side, when it goes that side it will become plus, so plus 5x, that is nothing but minus 13x. So this is in the form of ax square plus bx, we can say, plus c equal to 0. Now we got the equation, quadratic equation. Now what you have to do? Again follow this same procedure till here to find the answer of what? X values, x roots you have to find out. Now what you have to do is that, now you have to replace the middle term with two numbers or two terms such that you will get to, what you have to do? You have to see the constant term and the coefficient of x square. When you multiply 12 into 3, you will get how much? 36, right? So when you take two numbers, you have to observe two conditions. See, you have to take two numbers. When you multiply these two numbers, you should get the product of coefficient of x square, that is 3, and constant term 12. And when you add or subtract, we can say add or subtract two numbers, you should get the middle term. Fine. So this two condition you have to follow in factorization method. That means you have to take two numbers and replace this middle term with these two numbers. But the condition is that when you multiply multiply these two numbers, you should get the product of 3 and 12. That means coefficient of x square and the constant term. When you add or subtract these two numbers, same numbers you have to take, you should get the middle term. Fine. So you have to replace minus 13x with such a number. Fine. So I'll take you can take 3x square minus 9x minus 4x I can take equal to 0. So I have replaced minus 13x as minus 9x minus 4x. Why? Because when I do minus 9x minus 4x, these are the two terms. Now when I do this thing, you will get minus 13x, because minus 9 minus 4 is nothing but minus 13x. Now when I do this thing, multiply these two numbers, 9 into 4 is nothing but 36, right? So I am getting the right answer. That means minus 9 into minus 4 is 36. So I have found out this thing. So it is nothing but minus 9 and minus 4. Here also minus 9x minus 4x. I should get the what? Product of 3 and 12, but you have to see only the coefficient, okay? But here you have to see the term. Now I got the middle term as replaced. I replaced the middle term. Now what I have to do is that, now I have to just take the common out. We can take 3x as common, so I'll take 3x common. So x minus 3 I'll get inside. Here also I should get the same thing. Here I'll keep minus 4 outside, because minus 4 into x is minus 4x, minus 4 into minus 3 is plus 12, right? Equal to what? 0. Now combine this. So I'll get 3x minus 4 into x minus 3 equal to 0. Fine. Now what you have to do? Now I have already told you that when the product of two numbers are there, then the individual number will be equal to what? 0. So I'll do it here. Fine. So individual number, that is 3x minus 4, will be equal to 0. That implies x will be how much? 4 by 3. Now x minus 3 will be also equal to 0. That implies x equal to 3. So basically the roots of this quadratic equation is 3 and 4 by 3. So this is the basic procedure you have to follow in the. So remember these two conditions, okay? So you have to just replace the middle term with such a number that you will get these conditions you have to remember. Fine.